I'm Kevin Donnellan. I live in Crosby in Merseyside. I'm affected by thalidomide, and the quaint term is four-limb deficient, and it means basically I was born without arms and legs, and I've got shortened arms attached to me shoulders, and I've got feet attached to me hips. Well, these are the crappy legs that I was made to wear from about the age of 18 months to, well, I gave them up when I was 14. You can see they're pretty basic. The design hadn't really changed since the First World War, when I went to school and there was kids running around the playground. The slightest push I'd be, either on the back of my head or on my face, and with having no arms to save me, I just felt like a tree trunk, and like that. As you can probably tell how heavy they are and how dangerous they are, really. And I was so glad I gave them up. I mean, I know there's brilliant prosthetics out now, carbon fibre and bionics, but I just can't be bothered now. I want people to accept me for who I am. It's very hard to say how my impairment's affected me because I've lived with it, basically, so it's not a conscious thing I've thought about. But obviously, in terms of financial matters, it's more expensive to live as a disabled person than a non-disabled person. For instance, I need adapted vehicles to get around. I need electric wheelchairs to get around. I've always moved around on the floor, even from a young age, and it's just something I'm used to in the home environment. I would never dream of being on the floor in any public space, but in my own home, I'm used to getting around on the floor. All around the flat, the light switches are about 12 inches off the floor, so I can reach them. And simple things like that, really. Automatic front door I use. The front door works on a key fob system, and I just press a button and the door opens and closes. When I was living on my own, it was just about me, and this was my own environment. But it's also my girlfriend's environment now, and also our baby, so there's those factors I've got to think about. So it's not just a question of making it accessible for me, it's got to work for my girlfriend as well. It's good. So this is the shower room, which is what I spent the rest of the health grant money on. As you can see, there's a shower at my height, and there's a shower for my partner as well, so it's like a his and hers shower. When the baby grows up, or when she's a toddler, she'll love my shower. And I've also got twin sinks, a sink at my level, and a sink for Angela to use. And as you can see, this is the loo. But it's not just an ordinary loo, it's actually, basically it washes your bum and dries your bum as well, so it's essential for dignity, really. I'd be lost without this loo. Social services put this lift in for me so I can access the loo. It's okay, but it goes up really, really slow. It needs to be serviced every year. So the running cost is about £500, £600 a year, which comes out my allocation from the trust. I've never actually fallen down the loo yet. A couple of near misses when I've had a few pints, but I've got a good sense of balance. Obviously, my girlfriend does a lot for me, but I also do a lot for her in terms of driving around and things like that. I would say the main cost to my disability is mobility. For example, the electric wheelchair and the van. But they're essential because, for one, the wheelchair's my legs. So even though it might cost, £4,000, £5,000, £6,000 for a decent outdoor chair, it's essential. And also the van is essential for me to get from A to B. I got the van 9 years ago, and I paid just over £40,000, which included the van plus the adaptations. So it's not cheap. And I suppose if I was to replace it now, it'd probably cost between £50,000 and £60,000. And I love driving, and it gives me a great sense of freedom and independence, particularly when you consider that the public transport system around here is rubbish in terms of the buses. And if I want to use the local trains, I've got to ring up and make an advance appointment the day before. So I love driving. It gives me immense freedom, and it's the only time when I feel equal with everyone else. Falling is always a worry, even going around the house. If falling on the floor, if I've fallen on the floor, there's no way I can get up unless I can roll to a piece of furniture, and then I use the furniture to get up from. So it is a worry, to be honest, and having no arms as well to stop me head from hitting the ground Yeah, I've spent about £20,000 on my teeth over the last 6 years or so. And I do blame thalidomide for the condition of my teeth. If it didn't wear those artificial legs, then I wouldn't have smashed my teeth in the first place. So I do blame thalidomide for that. I also blame thalidomide for the wear and tear on my teeth as well. For example, using button hooks to pull up my zips, I have to use my teeth because my jaw's stronger than my hands. With most things to do with disability, I found that the prices are extortionate. Probably because they've got a small market, and also because the items are essential. I mean, if everyone needed button hooks, for example, then they'd be dirt cheap. If everyone needed the adaptations that I've got on my car, they'd be dirt cheap compared to what I pay. I can't wait actually for when Daisy becomes a toddler. I've not thought too far ahead of when she, grows up and goes to school, etc. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sorts of problems to solve, but I can't wait to take her to school in my van and stuff like that. So I want to do as much as I can as a father. In terms of like when she does grow up, obviously this flat's going to be too small for the three of us. So I probably will have to look at that, moving somewhere where there's more space, and then think about adapting the new place as well. That's going to cost a hell of a lot of money. So at the moment, financially, there's no way I could afford to move. I mean, we should be getting these health grants every year, to be honest, because as we get older, our expenses are getting even greater in terms of wear and tear on our bodies, in terms of the activities we do, etc. And I think, we need that kind of money every year, not just as a one-off healthcare grant.